Hello everyone, this is Dalster and welcome to another episode review of Dark Side of the Ring, episode 4. Today's episode will focus on Doink the Clown. There were actually a variety of Doinks throughout the years that I did not know. This episode focuses on one of them, named Matt Bourne, and on Wikipedia it says that he is dead. So we'll probably learn new things as we go through this episode. I do remember seeing Doink the Clown in the early 2000s, but that was pretty much the last time I've seen him in WWE. When I watched WWF in the 90s on WWE Network before they were sold to Peacock, I remember seeing Doink being a heel, and he had a really evil theme song to go with it. However, I always thought he was a very friendly clown the whole time in WWF and WWE. When I finished watching this episode, Doink the Clown was mostly used for entertainment. Matt Bourne was considered to be scary and really into the character of Doink the Clown. I remember in the episode of Dark Side of the Ring, Mick Foley said that you have to really channel or connect with yourself with the character in order to make it realistic, and that's what Matt Bourne did. He brought out some of his personality through Doink, but it also brought out the demons that haunted him for years. Matt unfortunately did a lot of drugs and was arrested due to assault mostly, and had to retire in 2012 because not a lot of wrestling companies wanted to hire him because of his violent side. His father was Tony Bourne, who was a first-generation wrestler nicknamed Tough Tony Bourne. Matt soon followed in his father's footsteps as he was a second-generation wrestler. Sadly, Matt's parents divorced when he was 10 years old. His dad, Tony, raised Matt as his mom walked away. Matt's mother did not want him because she thought he was a little bastard, which followed him since adulthood. Some mother, huh? Following his dad's footsteps, Matt had a hard time being the son of a popular wrestler. He was trained to be a tough guy and eventually did regional territories where he got over in all of them, such as Texas and North Carolina. Matt befriended Mick Foley, who you guys might also know as Mankind, Dude Love, or Cactus Jack. Surprisingly, Mick was influenced by Matt and became good friends even in this episode. Mick talks positively about Matt. Matt became tag team partners with Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, and Ted DiBiase, as they were known as the Rat Pack. Around this time, wrestling had three-man tag teams, such as the Von Erichs and the Freebirds. An incident at the bar happened one night where B. Bryan gets a violent welcome from Matt. Matt accuses B. Bryan of messing with Matt's girl, and fists get thrown in the air by both sides as B. Bryan fights back by biting Matt's lip. He then comes back a couple minutes later to beat up B. Bryan again and almost pulls B. Bryan's eyeball out. Ivan Kozlov puts an end to the fight, but this fight shows how violent Matt is when taking drugs or consuming alcohol. Another incident happened when Matt and Jim had a match and a fan was yelling at Jim, only to get hit in the face with Matt's boot, and the fan loses his eyeball out of his eye socket. Ouch. The fan sued the Mid-South Company, Matt, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but Matt got fired in the end, while the company kept Jim, leaving an everlasting grudge on Jim for Matt. In wrestling, Matt looked jacked and had long blonde hair, but he was lost in the mix trying to make a name for himself. He gets hired and has his first WrestleMania match with Ricky Steamboat and loses. Soon after, Matt gets fired from WWF after drug use. Matt gets hired in WCW as a lumberjack wrestler named Big Josh, and from there he meets his soon-to-be wife, Maria, from the audience. He invites Maria for a drink, and 3 months later, Maria moves in with Matt, and they later had a girl, Matt's first daughter. When Maria was in labor and gave birth to their daughter, Matt showed up high and drunk after being missing for some days before meeting his daughter. Matt gets another run with WWF, and Mr. McMahon comes up with the clown gimmick for Matt. The gimmick is an evil clown called Doink, who evidently gives kids a scare while coming down to the ring. A lot of Doink the Clown comes from Matt's personality, as he connected with the character. With fame, Matt would disappear for days and eventually got fired from WWF again for smoking weed this time. He was spending his money as he had a carat gold Doink name holder engraved in his bathtub. WWF did not have a problem replacing Matt's clown character, so they changed men for the Doink character to continue. Getting fired, Matt got physically abusive to his wife Maria, smoked, drank a lot more, and started getting physically abusive towards his daughter too. Sadly, Matt's coke use was out of control as his violent side started getting worse. He pulled Maria and their daughter off a chair, which Maria had had enough of abuse and ran off. Matt partied hard, and at one point he stayed awake for 8 days because of him doing coke. Eventually, Matt got a job as a telemarketer but continued to do drugs. Matt got a new girlfriend named Michelle as she was 21 and he was 37. A little bit of an age difference. They eventually got married and had 2 children. In this episode, Michelle states that she really loved Matt more than his ex-wives could, because she said that his exes married him for his money. He stayed with Michelle after he got fired from WWF. Another incident at a bar happened which one of Michelle's exes spit on her and Matt pulled the guy by his earlobes. The guy called the police and Matt lifted the guy's car. When the police arrived, Matt got mazed and tased by the police. Matt ended up ripping the sink from his jail cell, and after he got out of prison, no wrestling company wanted to hire Matt unless he were to use the Doink character. Eventually Matt did, but Vince was not happy about it because Doink the Clown is trademarked in WWE. As long as Matt gets his residuals every month, he can use Doink. When Matt went to ECW, fans hated the Doink character because he was a clown. I would assume that's why. Matt decided to create a new character called Borne Again, which is half of him and half clown. At home, Tegan, Matt's daughter, says that Matt tried to stay clean for her and her brother, but his addiction was hard for him to control. One day, Matt got violent with Michelle and knocked her out. However, she said that she did not see it coming when she went to the hospital, not knowing how she got there. When Matt saw Michelle and how badly wounded she was, Matt doesn't remember hitting her. When Matt drank, Tegan said that he would say horrible things to the family. Michelle had enough, like Maria, took the kids and left. They divorced in 2004 but remained friends until his death. When Michelle said she had had it, Matt understood that he was a terrible person. Matt eventually got a wrestling match and it was against his old tag team partner, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. After years had passed, Matt still held a grudge against Jim and tried to beat up Jim by hitting him in the groin area. Jim was waiting for Matt to make the next attack, but Matt walked out of the match and drove off. His bad behavior started affecting his work, and when Matt does not like you, he will never ignore it or let it go. Matt moves to Texas and has another girlfriend named Connie, who also worked in the wrestling community as Nurse Pratchett or something like that. The couple met through Facebook in 2011, and Connie moved to Texas to be with Matt. Sadly, their relationship was toxic, but Matt took care of Connie's mom, who was sick back then. Matt fed and cooked for Connie's mom, but she had pill bottles she had to take, which probably triggered Matt's addiction since he was still an addict back then. In June 2013, Tegan gets a text from her mom that Matt might have died. Michelle called Connie and thinks that Connie killed Matt, but she told Michelle that she saw that Matt had been taking all of her mother's medicine because of the pill bottles, one of the bottles being hospice pills. Michelle states in the episode that Matt called her the night before he died, telling her that he was leaving Connie because she is crazy. There are 2 sides to what could have happened to Matt, but Michelle and Tegan believe that Connie is to blame for Matt's death. In Connie's words, she said that Matt was moaning and fell to his knees, but Connie got really annoyed by it. One night, neighbors found Matt lying on the ground. The neighbors who witnessed seeing Matt said that he stumbled, fell on air conditioners, and had bruises. Connie saw Matt on the ground and told him to get up, and as he was, she heard him make more noises. Once Matt was in the hospital sitting somewhere, Connie said that she thought he was sleeping, so she went back to sleep herself. In the morning, Connie saw Matt gurgling and foaming in his mouth, even had some nasty thing coming out of his nose. I don't want to know what that is anyway. She called a friend for help on what Matt's sounds were, and the friend on the phone said it sounded like a death rattle. Connie called 911 at 9 a.m., and when Matt got to the hospital, he had already passed. Matt died of an enlarged heart that was 6 times the normal size, according to the police report in this episode. It also said that he overdosed on opioids, which the singer Prince also died from. For Michelle, she thinks that Connie never noticed that Matt was overdosing. I mean, the evidence of Connie's mom's pills missing was the first sign. Connie said that she tried to help him. Tegan got really mad at Connie for waiting to call 911 and alleges that Connie mixed one of Matt's drinks with the hospice medication. There was a report and it showed that there was no evidence proving that Connie gave him the medication. Connie thinks that the allegations are crazy and not true, but that she loved Matt. After Matt died, his daughter Tegan fell into depression, lost friends because of it, and understood how her dad felt when he too lost a lot of friends because of Matt's drug use, and he felt like crap. Mick said that Matt's demons really destroyed him, but that Matt had given so much for the wrestling business. He also said that if you saw Matt at his best behind the spotlight, Matt connected and made a difference. Tom Pritchard said that Matt made the Doink character bigger and better. Michelle said that Matt was a good person, even though he made mistakes and hit her. Mick said that when Matt drank, Matt was really sad that he was absent from his kids' lives. Michelle said to Tegan that Matt would say that Tegan would do great things, and he ended up being right about that. Tegan graduated from college with almost a 4.0, got a job soon after, and is a certified public accountant. I'm happy that one of his kids is successful, but I'm wondering what had happened to his other kids. Interviewers for this episode are Mick Foley, Tegan Osborne, Matt's daughter, Michelle James, ex-wife of Matt since 2004, Tom Pritchard, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, B. Brian Blair, Maria Straley, ex-wife of Matt, and Connie Cook, Matt's ex-girlfriend. It was a lot of information for this episode, but I learned a lot about Matt Osborne and how Doink the Clown came to be. I feel so sad for Matt, but he did hit and abuse women in his relationships, which I don't blame it at all on him since his mom left him. Word of advice, when you have kids, don't abandon them because they will have some issues, as I've dealt with some not so good people who were abandoned or separated by a parent. Either way, I think the person we should blame is Matt's mom for abandoning him, then Connie. Whether or not Connie was the reason why Matt died, she should have known something was going on with Matt. I get why Michelle and her daughter Tegan are mad since they lost someone they loved and didn't say goodbye. At the end of the day, Matt was already in so much pain and addiction. I hope that people who know someone or are or were addicts at one point know that you are loved and that you should seek help so that you live a long, happy life. I wish Matt would have survived longer and gotten help for his addiction. I give this episode an 8 out of 10 since it made me feel a little less sorry for Matt because he did hit his ex-wives, which is not okay, but he deserved to have a loving mother than the one he got. I hope someday they bring Doink the Clown as a face no matter which wrestling promotion can do so. I really miss him though. Although we live in a world where Pennywise It the Clown makes it hard to love clowns. I hope for the best for this family and friends who were close to Matt, and I'm proud of Mick for saying a lot of good things about Matt. Not a lot of people who were violent or aggressive get positive feedback, but it was the drugs that caused Matt to end up the way he did. This episode also taught me to not let my past haunt me either, because the past has gotten the best out of me after graduating high school. It also taught me to not get into drugs since drugs ruined Matt, and no pun intended, by the way. I hope Matt is in a better, happier place, no matter if you believe in heaven or not. I used to know a Matt who was a little aggressive to the guys as well, such as Matt Bourne, but like Michelle, I saw some good in him from the inside. Although I remember the Matt that I knew of, it was a rainy day and he hit one of my friends' backpack so hard and my friend got really upset about that. Also, I thought he was cute, but sadly he's not as cute as he was in high school. I haven't said that name in a while though. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, the 200 subscriber video that I'm planning should be coming out sometime this month. But thank you guys for watching and thank you guys for over 200 subscribers. Comment, like, and subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.